whatever one might think of what happened to Boris, and as you will probably know, I was saying that with the nation and the state that it's in at the moment, it was the wrong time for all this chaos and uncertainty. But whatever one might have thought of Boris, whether you were for keeping him or against keeping him, the fact is he has gone. And whatever one might think with one's heart, one's head says, right now we've got to move on, and we can't just re-rehearse the same old arguments all the time.
Well, of course, the idea is that Boris goes on the ballot. He probably loses. The party has closure and can move on, Anne.
Well, there will be two possible outcomes if he's on the ballot. One is that he would win, and I admit I think that is unlikely. But if it did, I just leave it to your imagination as to the chaos that would result. Or what is far more likely is he will lose. But all the time that the argument is going on, the Conservative Party is divided over an issue that has already been settled. And I don't think it's good for Boris. I don't think it's good for the party. And I think Boris has got more sense. He won't allow this. Having said all of that, I do understand why some people are angry about what happened and why some people would like a chance to undo it. But these things are not so easily undone.
Tory MPs, Anne, have backed Rishi Sunak, but the party faithful, the grassroots, seem to be behind Liz Truss. Polling today suggests that she wins this race, this two-horse race, easily. Is that your view?
I don't know about easily. There's a long time to go. It's not going to happen tomorrow morning. If there was a vote tomorrow morning, I'm sure she would win. And there are lots and lots of pitfalls in an election campaign, particularly for somebody who isn't actually terribly charismatic. But I'm backing Truss for what it's worth. I haven't got a vote because I'm not a member of the party, obviously. But I back Truss for the very simple reason that she wants a Tory agenda. She wants to go on getting benefits out of Brexit. I mean, what benefits has Rishi got out of Brexit? I mean, Liz has at least done the trade deals. She wants to have a tax-cutting agenda, which is the very essence of conservatism. And she's got a lot of imagination about the things that she wants to do. And she is right when she claims that wherever she has been in office, she has actually got things done. And that's a measure. Whereas I think with Rishi, it's same old, quite honestly.
Sir Christopher Chope told me on this programme last night, Anne, that Remainer Liz Truss has the zeal of the converted in relation to Brexit. Do you buy that?
Yes, because I think the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and that actions speak much, much louder than words. And if you look at what she's done since Brexit, her side of the argument lost. She said, right, let's get on with it. She got the trade deals with Japan, with Australia, and lots of little ones as well. And she's really thrown herself into it. And all I can say is I wish that some of those who voted leave, like Rishi, for example, had been as keen to take advantage of Brexit. For example, let's take an obvious one. The moment that we came out of the EU, we were free to set our own VAT on what we liked and what we didn't like. And this was an ideal moment, given what was going on with the price of oil and the price of energy. Ideal moment to cut VAT or to remove it rather altogether on fuel. No, just preferred to play very, very safe. I'm sorry, Rishi. I want somebody with a bit more oomph and imagination. I want somebody with Thatcher's mantle.
Rishi Sunak enjoys far greater support within the Parliamentary party. Anne, what do Tory MPs know that the grassroots don't? Perhaps that it's only Rishi that can defeat Keir Starmer at the next election.
Well, I don't believe that for one moment. Everybody said exactly the same thing about Thatcher. They said, she may be competent, but she's not going to be a match for the other side. But she was much more than a match for them and led the party to victory after victory. Now, I wouldn't be despairing if Rishi won, in the sense that I wouldn't think a great catastrophe had overtaken the party and the nation. But I just don't think he's got the vision that Liz has got. Now, MPs do tend to go for what is safe. They always have. And Rishi is regarded as the safe option because he's not going to do anything terribly drastic. As I said just now, same old, same old. I think that is a lot of it. But there's also, I mean, all manner of things go on in Westminster. You know, there will have been a very big approaching of individual MPs who may well have been promised things. And also, of course, those who were just naturally loyal to Rishi because they'd worked with him and all the rest of it. So you can never tell. But usually what MPs think is not necessarily what the country in general thinks.